Hey there, it's August 26, 2009. Sorry that it's been about a month since I last put a video on this, but that's mostly because there really hasn't been much worth blogging for the past month. I've been getting to that stage where it's become so routine just to get up in the morning, go to work, come back, crash in bed, repeat process over again. And it's kind of getting to that point where I really have to push myself to make this into more than just another job. It's been getting pretty tiresome, but again, I'm trying to make this experience as dynamic and educational as I can. So anyways, work's been going on as usual. This past Monday was my final day in my creativity and innovation class, which is really sad because I really enjoyed that class. But I'm hoping to keep in touch with my professor and some of my friends who that I've made in that class. It's going to be difficult again because Disney's always working us. So yeah, there was that. Monday is also the first day of the semester at ASU, and I'm taking a couple of online classes. So it's going to be interesting trying to balance online classes with working at Disney at the same time. In terms of shadowing, I did manage to shadow more of the HTM channel, Housing the Magic channel people yesterday. I only stayed for about half an hour because they were really busy with meetings and such, and I think the program might be going through some kind of a transitional period. I'm not sure what exactly is going on, but there's been a lot of meetings lately. They haven't really posted up anything new, but yesterday they did manage to video record some kind of newsroom stuff, really, just some announcements, really simple things that really is kind of a glorified version of the same thing I'm doing right now, only they've got more professional equipment and they've got Final Cut Pro. So, but yeah, I wasn't able to see much other than filming in the newsroom, but it was still really good to see the people of HTM again. They're really nice, and again, I wish them luck on their expanding HTM into something a little more and a little better. Other than that, there really hasn't been much going on. It's just been work day in and day out, and like I said, it's been really difficult to get much out of this program other than a paycheck. But I've been trying. I've actually been carrying these things around more often. This is kind of my personal contact card / business card. I really don't feel comfortable calling this a business card because I don't have a business, but it's just a way for people to get in touch with me and my work. And I've been keeping it with me everywhere I go ever since this one little incident. I'm just gonna give this as a lesson to you people out there who want to learn more about networking in such a large company as Disney. But it's always important, if you're able to, find a program that can print out business cards like this for you personally, where it's got your contact info, maybe a little bit about yourself, and keep it with you at all times, because you never know who you're going to meet. Like several weeks ago, I was at Cool Post as usual in that awkwardly African setting. Not so African, but anyway, a guest comes up and he asks for a frozen lemonade. I give it to him, and as I'm prepping him, I noticed that he's wearing this black t-shirt with a white Pixar logo right there on the front. I didn't want to jump into any conclusions, so I give him the frozen lemonade and I say, "Hey, that's a pretty cool shirt. Where'd you get that?" And he's like, "Oh, I got it from the studio. Yeah, I work there." And yeah, it took. I was about this close to geeking out. Trust me, I'm not allowed to geek out on the job, especially considering that we do tend to get a few celebrities who come into the parks every now and then. And honestly, this guy probably wouldn't even count himself to be a celebrity because not many people know his name. In fact, I'm sorry to say that I forgot his name. But the fact that he's like one of the graphics people at Pixar. Freaking Pixar. I mean, it's like if companies could be people, then Pixar is like my role model. Seriously. I mean, who wouldn't want to meet somebody from Pixar, especially somebody who's that deep into the production process of their movies? He wouldn't really divulge any details to me about what their next project is, but he says that it's going to be really good, so I'm holding him to that. And I was like, you probably wouldn't get this reaction from me if I had met somebody like Brad Pitt. I mean, not to offend Brad Pitt or any other actors. They're great people and stuff, but I'm a geek. I'm a cartoon geek, and Pixar is like, you know, no offense to Disney, but they're probably the reason why Disney is still standing today. Back in the early 2000s, but it was really awesome though, and it put me on a high for a good 2 days or so, and I was even telling my mom about it when I was on the phone, and one of the first things she asked me is, did you give him your business card? And yeah, for those of you guys who watch any anime, this is the part where I would practically flop right on the floor. But cause yeah, I didn't have my contact card on me. I couldn't even write my contact information on a napkin or anything because I didn't have a pen, and there was a line waiting, and as much as I wanted to talk some more to him and just geek out about how cool it must be for him to be working at Pixar, I was on stage, I was in my costume, and I had to treat him like any other guest. So I had to give him his change and let him be on his merry way. So anyways, that was an opportunity that came, it went, and I far from conquered it. So yeah, lesson learned. From that point on, I carry a bunch of these contact cards with me at all times. So just a lesson to you people out there who wish to network when you're in a big company. Make sure you have that with you at all times. So now that I've gotten off of that little high there, hopefully there's going to be some changes in my work, because the last time I blogged, I've been thinking about asking some of my leaders if I can possibly be trained in another location, like working the ice cream carts, working at promenade refreshments, whatever. And I checked my schedule this past week, and next coming week I have 2 days dedicated to training. What the training is, I have no idea, but the fact that I have 2 work days full of that training tells me that they're going to be training me in another location. I don't know what exactly. I'm planning on asking some of my leaders today if they know anything about that. But it's finally happening. After about a month, it's finally happened. So, yeah, another advice to any of you people who want to go to the Disney College program or are already in the program. If you want to ask your leaders for any kind of change in your schedule or any opportunities to shadow a specific department or person, I think the quickest you can see that change implemented would be about a month, give or take, if you're lucky, because that's been how it is with me consistently. It took me about a month to finally shadow somebody from the PhotoPass photography department, and it took me about a month to find somebody in HTM who I can contact. And it's taken me about a month to finally get trained in something else other than what I'm already doing right now. So yeah, if you're going into the program or if you're already in the program and if you want to see some changes in what you're doing, be patient, stick with it, and give a couple of gentle nudges to your leaders who you talk to, because they have some really short-term memories here. And they'd probably agree with what I'm saying right now. They really have short-term memories because they're busy throughout the entire day. They're not going to remember the one little time that you asked them about being trained in another location, or if they can talk to a certain person. So give some gentle reminders. Don't be obnoxious and nag them, but just kind of nudge it into a conversation or two when you're talking to them. But anyways, I think I probably talked enough as it is, and I need to get ready for work in a couple of hours. So hopefully I won't wait as long to put up the next blog, whenever that's going to be. But we'll see about that. And hope to talk to you later.